Welcome to the midweek reset. It's so great to have you here. It's so great for you to be here. It's your girl, Elena Io, and I am just so excited for the time we're going to be spending together. This is going to be focused on helping us to relax and to remix the way that we do things. That is the name of my journal, and that's what I'm bringing into these experiences. So, whether you are watching this or listening to this, allow yourself to get into a comfortable position because we are going to start off with some relaxation. So I'm gonna take a moment. Gotta get my mic right. So allow yourself to get into a relaxed position, whether that is your feet plant the floor and you close your eyes or you keep your eyes open. And we're gonna start with 3 really big deep breaths. Take a deep inhale. And a complete exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale. And a complete exhale out the mouth. And a deep inhale. Complete exhale out of the mouth. So as you sit here and you allow your body to rest, I am going to be playing some sound healing for us. Allow yourself to be aware of the sensations in your body and of your thoughts. And when the thoughts come up, allow yourself to release them and let them drift on by so that you can spend more time in between your thoughts.
Recording in progress.
Take a deep inhale and a complete exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale and a complete exhale out the mouth. Gently move your body in a way that feels most supportive. I hope that short moment of sound and presence was very supportive. Open your eyes and welcome back. All right, so we're going to get into the topic for today. And so our topic for today is frictionless flow, clear the clutter, claim your time. So, do you have just a little bit too much clutter, physically around you? Put a finger up for each one. Do you have too much clutter around you? I feel like I do right now in my office. I just have one too many things. So you are not alone. Is there a lot of clutter in your mind? Mm, mm. I feel you. I feel you. Is there a lot of clutter on your to-do list? I'm pointing at my journal. If you got a 3 out of 3, this is the week for you. You are in the right place. This message is for you. So, one of the key levers for getting more um, frictionless flow is the lever of if the efficiency lever. And so I'm going to do a really quick review for anyone that maybe is not familiar with the 6 levers that I shared in my last video. You can hop back to that, or, we'll do a quick little review. So these are the 6 strategic levers. And the first one is why, focused on your clarity and vision. Then we have the fuel, your mindset and energy. All of these levers are ways that we can increase focus. We can impact the ability to accomplish the things that we're interested in accomplishing. So these are the things that we can change. These are really simple ways to make big changes. And so then we have the efficiency, and that's where we're focused today, system and processes. Then there's your assets, your resources and tools, connection, your relationships and your network, and your velocity is your action and momentum. So the document that I'm speaking to you from, the link is inside of the description if you're watching this on YouTube right now. And where we're focused today is on the system and processes and the importance of repeatable routines and habits that get you great results. But even more than just having the repeatable habits, it's really having a system that has eliminated as much friction as possible. So, as I talked about, we're talking about the clutter, we're talking about wasted time. Maybe there's relationships that are sucking energy out of you, okay? All of those things are creating some type of friction. And our activity, as you see here, we're going to be doing a stop doing list. But before I get into that, let's just talk a little bit about some of the ways that you can find the friction. Okay. So there's two main ways, and one of them is going to be the activity for today. So the first way to find the friction is either to look at your to-do list or to use a journal like my Relax and Remix journal and actually document the things that you are doing. Actually, I'm going to share three ways. I take that back. So let me get back to the notes because some of us are visual learners, right? All right. So here are, and so we're gonna talk about ways to um identify friction. Okay, so ways to identify friction. So number one would be to um, keep track of your outcomes just like you have your to-dos. So, keeping track of your outcomes will make it so that you're able to see what are you actually getting out of these experiences? What are you getting out of these actions that you're taking? So, here's a few questions you can ask yourself. How much closer to my desired state, this could be an emotion or vision, did this action get me? Um, what emotions, feelings did I access while doing this activity? So this is um some qualifier questions for what we're going to be doing next, like that stop doing list. And so the way you can identify the friction is what you're actually getting out of the things that you are doing. And sometimes it's like you did the thing, but maybe you didn't do the next step. And so if you have these emotions and these feelings like I feel motivated, I feel like I can do this, maybe you should keep that action in. If it's something that's dragging you and pulling you back, maybe it's not something to engage in anymore. And so this could be meeting with a group of people. This could be a type of activity that was helpful at one point, but then it stopped being helpful. It stopped being the thing, and it's now more performative. And so that's why looking at the outcomes is really important. You need to figure out what is performative and what's actually making an impact, okay? So that could be another question that we ask. Is this performative or is this making an impact? All right. Another thing you can do is you can create a journey map of your um, week. So, one of the simple ways to create a journey map of your week is with your calendar itself. Like, this is, a week in the future. So, I haven't really finished doing this. This is next week. But a simple way that you could do a journey map is when you're mapping out, these are my appointments for the week, these are my key actions for the week. You can then identify, are there any things that you need to not do to then do the thing, okay? And so friction points. So when you map out, so a simple journey map is use, you can use your planner, um, or use a piece of paper. So on this piece of paper, you're going to be maybe noting out whether it's you're focused on a project, because you could get kind of micro and decide, I just want to like focus on a specific project or a specific day of the week or the whole week. But allowing yourself to map out a core experience with the actions um, you are taking. That's the main core thing, is to really be aware of what you're doing. Like, so we're talking about what you are actually doing, not what you want to do. Okay, so that's where, it can be a little tricky with like using the planner. And so let me say like use your planner from last week, because then you're actually talking about what you have done. Or you can, leverage the relax and remix journal. That's another option as well. And so that's what I wanted to note as the third thing. Use the relax and remix journal, especially the weekly. So there's a weekly reflection, and in that weekly reflection, there's the challenges, and the lessons that you learned. And so by completing that, most likely there's going to be these points of friction that created the challenges. And the challenges that you're putting for the week, you were able to gather those because every single evening you're documenting the challenges of the day, inside of your journal. So if you haven't yet, go to infoldstudios.com, check out the journal, because yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like, while I'm here. So go to infostudios.com, get your Relax and Remix journal, if you haven't yet, because this is a really great way to collect this data. That's basically what you're doing. And your girl did get a trademark, so let me put it in there. All right. So, our main activity for today is actually the stop doing list. And I'm going to do a few examples because don't we love examples? Yes, we do. Okay. So here's some examples for the stop doing list. Because remember, when we look at what we're actually doing, we're going to be able to take note of what's happening. So, a few examples. I'm going to speak for myself. Stop doing list. Um, Social media scrolling with no time limit. So, anything that is keeping you from doing the things that you could be doing, anything that is wasted time. So for me personally, so a stop doing list, because it was taking time away from me, and it wasn't, when I checked in on like how it made me feel, it was like, well, I'll name the thing. um let me say, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the next thing I put on my list, my stop doing list for myself, was my laundry. um I and put a note for yourself of what you're going to do instead. So this happens not every week, but many weeks. I have so many things that I'm doing, being an entrepreneur, being someone, I'm also, looking for a full-time role, and looking for a job is its own full-time job. There's not a lot of time to dedicate to something like laundry. And I'm like, is this performative or is it making an impact? I mean, yes, it's making an impact. But how do I feel when I'm doing this activity? I'm going back to these questions up here. And it's like I can't stand it. And so when we're in the flow and feeling good, if we can outsource one of those activities, maybe you like, I'm gonna get some cleaning people. Maybe I'm going to team up with a friend and we're gonna meal prep together. If there's something that you don't enjoy doing, maybe there's another way that you could be doing it because you in that flow state, you feeling good, okay? We need that. We need that as much as possible. And so this is what I mean about reclaiming your time. It's also about reclaiming your energy, and it is also about allowing yourself to reclaim your space, space for your spirit to expand, space for you to be creative, space for you to have more space, time to think and just be. And so is my laundry really getting me closer to my goals? And I'm just gonna say no. And so it's something that I can put on my stop doing list. And it's different for everyone. So for me, another thing on my stop doing list that I did for myself when I went into full-time entrepreneurship, it was deep cleaning my house monthly. I outsourced that, John. Like you have to figure out what you can and what you can't do. I am the person that's responsible for all of these things, and I only have but so much time. And there's this wonderful, morning routine that I'm choosing to do, an evening routine that I'm choosing to do. That's 2 hours of my day accounted for. And all of this time in the middle needs to be on my business, needs to be developing it, needs to be looking for a job. So if you're in a situation where you're like, I got to take care of my kids, I need to spend time in my relationship with my partner, there's going to be something that you have to stop doing. Maybe there is a person you're making too much space for. Maybe there are different activities that are like non-starters, like they're not really, I always ask myself when it comes to my career and my business things, like, is this a revenue generating activity when it comes to my business? And if it is not a revenue generating activity, I then have to ask myself, is this building up practice? Is this building up content? Is this building up something that will lead to a revenue generating event? Does this all track in? Let me know in the comments if this is hitting and if you're getting the reminders that you need to get right now. And so now that I'm done with this core part, it's time for you to do your homework, okay? So you are going to make a list of the things that you are going to stop doing, okay? Make a list of the things that you're going to stop doing, and you're going to pick three of those things to hunker down on not doing. So you might have a really long list, but you need to have three of those things that you are going to completely stop doing for the next week until the next time I see you, okay, on the next video. So when you do this, list down those three things, that's your action plan because I love to end these sessions with an action plan. So your action plan is to stop action on those things that are keeping you out of the flow of your energy. And I'm glad I made my list. And this is like an accountability thing. Me doing the social media scroll with no time limit, like that is out the door. I will be setting a timer or setting a timer on my phone, but I need to allow myself to be a lot more aware and conscious of what I want to do. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, and with that, we about to wrap this up. So if you want to go deeper on the six levers, you can watch my most recent video. Well, my last video that I did on the six levers, I'll be sure to put that inside of the description as well. And if you are interested in support and help with this, I'm here. Holla at your girl. So make sure that you go to my link tree down in the description. I would love to be able to hold space for you. I do provide one-on-one sessions. And I also have a whole group cohort situation coming up. So definitely send me a line. If and, you know, you can DM me at Infold Studios, or comment here if you're like, I want to be updated when you are doing your whole group cohort. I'll keep you updated. The group cohort will be about Relax and Remix. So Relax and Remix is a journal that I published back in 2024, and I actually started creating it in 2020. It helped me get grounded. It helped me become more clear on what I was doing in my weeks. It helped me to create more experiments, and it grounded my prayer practice, because there is a morning and an evening section for that. And so I appreciate you stopping by, being a part of this session today of Midweek Reset. I hope that you are feeling a bit more relaxed and a bit more focused on the things you gotta kick off of that to-do list and get a little bit more brain space, heart space, spirit space, and mind space. Be well, love yourself. I'll see you here next time.